Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to uh, discuss the third trend, the third trend in religious pluralism, and this trend is uh, quite an acceptable trend, a prominent trend, and uh, globally accepted by pluralists as well as by scholars from various disciplines. And the propagator of this trend is Hanscom, Hanscom, a Catholic theologian, and he proposed the idea of global ethics to be the foundation from which people of religions can get together and work together to achieve peace and justice and give the right to humans. And this project uh, is still continue until today, and it's much funded by the Conrad Adenauer Foundation. It's one of the, I would say, the most uh, successful attempt in trying to approach different religions, different nations, and ideology, and bringing the idea of religions coming together to achieving peace. So basically, the idea of Hanscom is very straightforward. He, unlike John Hick and Wilford Cantwell Smith, who spoke of religious, pluralism, spoke of world theology, global theology in a very philosophical manner. Hence, could make global ethic very pragmatic concept and practical concept to people of religions. Yeah? He did not want to be dragged with theological and philosophical debates of religions. And he didn't bother to look at religious differences that much. Yeah? um, Even though he acknowledges the differences, but he was so much interested to look into what are common among the religions of the world, and how to make these commonalities workable. And therefore, he, zoom focus into the ethical foundation, the ethical perspective of all religions, and he thought that this is a very, this is indeed an inclusivist approach, yeah, to bring religions into the common cause, yeah, and by means of ethics. So, actually, before he presented the idea of global ethic, I think he has been researching, he has been doing a lot of, examination, study, and investigation on his own religion, Christianity, on interreligious relation, definitely, as we have discussed earlier, that he was also involved in changing the position of the Catholic Church, yeah, in the Second Vatican Council, whereby for the first time the Catholic Church toned down, um, or I would say shift from an exclusive position to a more inclusive and open position towards other religions. So I guess from 1965, Hans Kung, even though he was raised, intellectually nurtured, cultivated um, under the discipline of the Christian theology. He was even familiar with Karl Barth. If you learn about Karl Barth, you know that pluralists regarded him as an exclusivist. Yeah? And somehow Henskin changed his direction in the later age, perhaps because of the different environment and the different context that he is living in. Yeah, and he before he promote global theology, he has made a lot of reflection about Christianity. He wrote a book titled, Infallibility, the concept of infallibility of the Pope, yeah, infallible of the Pope, and whereby he criticized the Pope. Yeah, I mean, he was doing a lot of reflection on his own religion, the doctrines in his religion, somehow make a critical assessment of the doctrine of infallibility. And this has made the church, the Vatican Church, the Catholic Church, not happy with him, and he was excommunicated. So even though he was ordained as a priest, he could no longer teach at the ministry. Well, and then I think right after the writings of that book, he chose to work, or he chose to take an ecumenical approach in delivering his message. Yeah? Ecumenical means he encourage, or he get himself involved uh, in an activities that tries to bridge or to link the different churches within Christianity together. That's how it is called, and that's why it is called ecumenical, an attempt to draw the different churches, denominations under Christianity closer to each other, instead of, you know, uh, competing with each other or envying with each other with regard to, their understanding, comprehension, missionary activities to the non-Christian out there. So, and in 1990, he has managed to publish two books, and very important books that helped to, finally um, formulated this idea of global ethic. The two books are Global Responsibility in Search of a New World Ethic, yeah, a New Global Ethic. This is in 1990, and The Ethic of World Religions and Human Rights, also this is in 1990. Prior to that, he has presented a paper at a colloquium at UNESCO in Paris in 1989, and the title is very catchy, whereby he highlighted the needs for religions to speak together with same language on the issue of peace. So he said, "No peace among the nations without peace among the religions." So this is very catchy, and in 1993, he managed to get a platform in a very auspicious and prominent convention, whereby people from different religions gathered. That was the Parliament of the World Religions. The first Parliament of the World Religions was in 1893, and this is the second Parliament of Religions, whereby he managed to convince the people to buy his idea of global ethics. Yeah. So, what are among the important propagations of global ethic that are attractive to people of different religions? Yeah? So, there are four convictions that he shared with the followers of religions. Yeah, first is no peace among the nations without peace among religions. Yeah? So first of all, before we can have national harmony, good relationship between and among the different nations in the globe, mm, people of religions that should also, take the question of coexistence or peaceful as important. Yeah. And then secondly, he was propagating dialogue among the people of different religions, because dialogue is instrumental to peace. So he said, no peace among the religions without dialogue between the religions. So he was very dedicated, and he's very right when he said that it's a time for people to dialogue, to talk to each other instead of every religious followers living in seclusion and avoid communication with each other, and carrying the conception that others are wrong and should not be engaged. Yeah? And then no dialogue between the religions without global ethics standard. So before someone or a religion can embark into dialogue, they need to have certain ethics. They need to know how how to go about doing dialogue, because I mean, realistically speaking, not everybody can do dialogue if the person cannot respect or the ethic of dialogue. There are certain requirements and conditions or prerequisites as prerequisites to do dialogue. So he's calling for people to get themselves familiar with the global ethic, before they can pursue with dialogue. And finally, no survival of our globe without a global ethic supported by religious and non-religious people. Now, this is interesting because um, Henskin also was very much interested to include people who do not believe in religion, the rationalists, the atheists, especially so even though people who do not have regard for religion, to come together with people of religions and to work together on the basis of common ethics. So this is purely humanitarian approach to peaceful coexistence among religions, and people without religion, are also uh, welcome and anticipated, like for example, the socialists, the communists. Yeah? So these are also people with certain ideas or certain values that they embrace, yeah, to ensure the sustainability. So hence been invited everyone, every single person, religious or not religious, to join the bandwagon and to propagate the idea of peaceful coexistence. Yeah. And he introduced important global rule for people of religions to adhere to. Yeah, so this is what he regarded as the golden rule. No? And every religious followers have to adhere to. Every person who do not have belief in any religion will also subject to this global rule. Yeah, golden rule. Sorry. So what is that? Treat others as you would like to be treated. This is in a very positive way of stating the rule, and the other a way of stating the rule is by going to the negative statement. Do not treat others as you would not like to be treated. So in other words, what you expect people to do to you, then you do it to others, yeah? And do not provoke, and do not do something you dislike to others because you do not, I mean, it's not the way you like to be treated. So basically now I want to share with all of you one of the important documents which I think is also essential to further introduce you to make yourself familiar with Hanscom and his projects, because he has managed to make a very good handbook on global ethics, yeah, and a very interesting exposition, and I would say uh, compact, yeah, compact, very compact. Yeah. So you can see here, world religions, universal peace, and global ethics. Yeah. and whereby in this document or in this guide, he explains what he meant by global ethics, as you can see here. So he, this is very irony because this is in Palestine, whereby he pictured the idea that Christianity, Judaism, and Islam were living together in the same area, and he envision how peace should be propagated despite the hostilities that have been dragging the Muslims and the Jews in Palestine, for example. So here he discussed what he regard as global ethics. Yeah. Um, so he said that global ethic, the one that he presented in the World Parliament of Religion, according to him, is a process of inter-religious consultation. So the the idea of bringing religion together and to consult with each other. So these are the basic, the four fundamental convictions, and I want to show you also, this is how he educate people about, um, you know, tracing the positive ethic in different religions. So uh, this is very interesting because he not only explained in a very brief manner the timeline of the religion, but he also managed to capture the most important or the core teachings of those religions, as you can see it here. So basically, he goes to different religions and to appreciate the differences, yeah, and try to grab what are commons, what are essentials in that religions. Yeah, so you can see here. And then he also, with regard to those without religion or those who are very much known for their secularly approach to the world, he even take their ideas. Yeah. So, for example, Immanuel Kant, a very famous Enlightenment scholar. He is called the Prince of Enlightenment. Yeah? So he believed that these philosophers also have subscribed to the golden rule in their own ways of expressing the ideas. For example, Immanuel Kant say, act in such a way that you always use humankind both in your person and in the person of anyone else at the same time as an end, never as a means. Which means that you have to treat human as the objective and do not use or misuse human to achieve your objective. Yes, so put man as the objective, not say, for example, your self-interest as the objective that justify you for using other men. And so on and so forth. But I would like to go straight away to religions. Yeah, there are many here, but I would like to go straight away to religions. Here, for example, he used the golden rule in the different religious expression. For example, in Hinduism, this is the sum of duty: do nothing to others which could cause you pain if done to you. This is in Mahabharata, sacred text of Hinduism. In Jainism, a person should treat all creatures as he himself would be treated. This is in one of the sacred texts. I cannot see that very clearly here. And then in the teaching of Confucius and Alexia, do not do to others what you do not want them to do. Yeah, this is in Confucianism. And then in Buddhism, a state that is not pleasant or delightful to me must be so for him also. And a state which is not pleasant or delightful for me, how could I inflict that on another? This is in some Samyutta Nikaya and in the Buddhist secret text. Now let's take a look at what the Jewish scripture say. This is one of the interpretation of the Jewish scriptures. Yeah, in the Shabbat. Yeah, do not do to others what you would not want them to do to you. Yeah? And in Christianity, in Matthew, and in the book of Matthew and in the book of Luke, these two gospels, recorded in everything, do to others as you would have them do to you. And finally, in Islam, no one of you is a believer until he desires for his brother that which he desires for himself. This is in one of the hadith of the Prophet. Yeah. So this is it, and as you can see, he has propagate, you know, uh, you know, some calls from within the global ethic. Yeah, deal honestly and fairly. Yeah, speak and act truthfully. Yeah? Respect and love one another. Yeah? So, and then this finally, this is the declaration of global ethic in the World Parliament of the World Religions in Chicago in 1993. So starting with, we all have a responsibility for a better global order. This is a commitment that he tried to seek from the people of religions. You can read on your own this this document I will share with you. Think I have already shared with you in the Google Classroom. So basically, this is a very direct approach, and this trend has been assumed to be one of the trends in religious tourism because it appreciates the ethical dimension in every religion and try to bring this ethical dimension as the platform to encourage working together with each other religions to in order to substantiate, in order to implement justice, giving the rights of human, and hopefully able to realize peace in this world. So that's about it for now. Thank you very much, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.